After a 2-point victory at home against the Duke City Gladiators in Week 11 to put the Rattlers back above 500, the Arizona Rattlers headed to Jacksonville for a Week 12 matchup with the Sharks, who at the very least had recorded one win since their last matchup. This is one of the games I did not get to watch. However, I did watch the condensed game to kind of get a feel for it, and I did watch the Dalton Snead interception. Obviously, it's a little more future knowledge I'll throw in here. Dalton Snead has definitely been making some questionable passes as of late. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the scoring summary in this Week 12 matchup. 3.5 minutes in, Jacksonville's already on the board with a 14-yard run by Perry, 7-0. The Rattlers get the ball, they have it for 2 plays, a minute and 23 seconds, and Shannon Brooks a 3-yard touchdown tying the game. However, Jacksonville only needed 3 plays and a minute 50 to answer back. N'Kosi Perry, another touchdown, one being a 14-yard rushing touchdown. 14-7 Jacksonville, and it would be that way until the second quarter. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Dalton Snead finds Jamal Miles for a 3-yard touchdown, tying it at 14 all, and Jacksonville answers back about 5 minutes later with a field goal, making it 17-14 Jacksonville. The Rattlers only need 1 play to answer back. It's a 30-yard touchdown for Corey Reed Jr., who has been phenomenal since returning from injury, making it 21-17 Arizona. Not to be outdone, 2 plays and 46 yards later, Perry finds DJ Stubbs for a 46-yard touchdown, 24-21. Then the Rattlers, 4 plays and 3 minutes later, Dalton Snead finds Nair Jackson for a 38-yard touchdown. That is 3 back-to-back 30 or more yard touchdowns, all of them passing touchdowns, and the Rattlers take the lead back 28-24 with a minute 58 to go in the first half. With 39 seconds to go, Jacksonville knocks down the lead with a field goal, making it 28-27. However, 11 seconds later, just a 2-play drive, a 48-yard touchdown, Dalton Snead hits Jamal Miles, 35-27, 4 back-to-back 30-plus yard touchdowns, and the Rattlers looked like they were going to take a good lead in the halftime. No, the very next play, Tyler King returns the kickoff for a touchdown. The Rattlers took a 35-34 lead in the halftime. Jacksonville had a phenomenal first half. That offense, there are times when that offense looks great. Arizona's defense also hasn't been great overall, so a little bit of context, but 34 points in the first half is really good. They even outscored the Rattlers in the first quarter 14-7, though the Rattlers did outscore them 28-20 in the second quarter. However, they would record just 7 more points the rest of the game. A minute 25 into the third quarter, Jamal Miles, a 7-yard touchdown. It's 41-34. Rattlers get the ball back. Shannon Brooks, a 3-yard touchdown with 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. 48-34 Rattlers. Head into the fourth quarter, Boom Williams, a 1-yard rushing touchdown, making it 48-41, and that's as close as the game would be from that point, because Corey Reed Jr., a 27-yard touchdown with 4 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Jamal Miles, a 10-yard touchdown with 53 seconds to go. 62-41 is your final. At this point, the Arizona Rattlers, 2-game winning streak, they improved to 6-4, starting off the second half of their season as good as you can, but it was a tight game in the first half. You had a phenomenal game by Dalton Snead. Yes, he did throw an interception. He has had this issue where it seems like he'll just have some questionable decision making. He'll just make a couple of bad passes. However, he had a phenomenal night. 14 for 20, 7 touchdowns. Yeah, he had the 1 interception, but 7 touchdowns. 238 yards, probably his best individual performance as an Arizona Rattler, and he's had a couple really good games. And he also had another 24 rushing yards. Shannon Brooks, 9 attempts, 44 yards, a couple of touchdowns. The Arizona Rattlers offense generated 9 touchdowns in this game. Yes, Jacksonville was 1-7, one of the worst teams in the league. However, that's still impressive. The offense has never really been the issue. There's been a couple questionable plays, maybe some drives where it looks a little lifeless in certain games, but the offense has never been the issue this season. Receiving, Corey Reed Jr., 4 receptions, 98 yards, a couple of touchdowns. Jamal Miles, ASU alum, 5 receptions, 77 yards, 4 touchdowns. Nair Jackson, 4 receptions, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Another game where 3 or more receivers had 4 or more receptions, all of them having touchdowns. And then Shannon Brooks had a single reception for 5 yards. On the defensive end of the football, Devontae Merriweather picks off a pass. He got a couple of pass breakups, a couple going to Jermaine Dobbs, one going to Amari Alexander. Trey Farrell had a pass breakup. He also had 3 sacks among the team, 1.5 to Farrell, half to Dylan Winfrey, and 1 to Savon Lowry. I don't have a whole lot else to say about the game. The Jacksonville Sharks showed up to play in that first half, and the Arizona Rattlers, they went tit for tat. They more than maintained pace. pace. They took over control of the game in the second half. Dalton Steen had an interception. That's about the biggest negative I can take away from this game, because Jacksonville came to play in the first half. Maybe the defense could have been a little better. I don't know, but they still won, so the Rattlers improved to 6-4, and I will talk to you about the next game very shortly, hopefully.